Hey guys, this is Hetu and welcome back to etlqalabs. So guys, we are learning Java, and in the last session we have looked at if else, if nested if else and if condition, right? And we have looked at one example, how do we implement the if else condition, and I also told you that it's very important to know how do we handle the conditional statements, right? So there is another statement which is also kind of conditional statement, which is called switch statement, guys. Okay, so we will learn about switch case today, switch statements today. But let me tell you what is the basic difference about if else condition and then switch statement, right? So more or less they work in the same way. In terms of output, they work in the same way. And switch statement gives you a lot easier than writing multiple blocks. So let's say I have let's say 100 different conditions, right? Different conditions. So if I am going to use if else condition, in that case I might need to do 100 if else blocks, right? However, in switch statement, you can write one switch statement and you can actually give all those, uh, all those conditions, right, inside the switch statement. We will look at that, right? But it gives you a lot of, easier readability and easy to understand, right? So when we have to use multiple if statement, in that case we have to go for the switch statement, right? But working wise, they are actually giving you the same, same result. So let's try to understand the switch statement now. Okay, so let me directly go. What we will try to do is we will use the same if else condition. How to convert the if else condition into switch statement, right? So let me go to the IDE and then try to convert it. So guys, I have already written something here, which is basically if I enter the city code, and based on the city code it will actually give you the output, right? So for example, right now let me just pull it up a bit here so that you can see the output properly. All right, so if city code equal to 2, then what it should give you as per if else condition? It should give you Mangalore, right? So it should give you print Mangalore. If I say, let's say 4, or okay, if I say 4, then what should I get? Okay, this should be, guys, let's say 3. All right. So we don't have any 4, right? City code 4 we don't have. In that case, what will happen? By default, it will go to else condition. Anything other than the 1, 2, 3. If you are putting any other city code, then it will directly go to other city. So it will, result you to the other city. So let's see if it is giving you correct result. You see, it's giving you other result. Now the same thing. So if you look at this if else statement, I think this is only 4 if else statement in this case, but this looks a bit of clumsy, isn't it? So how do we convert this same code to switch case, right? And as I said, it's the same thing, right? If else condition or switch case, the purpose is same. However, readability will be improved drastically, right? So let me try to show you how do we handle this. Let me comment it, guys. Okay, just want to comment it. Maybe up to here. So comment it. All right. Now, so what I'm going to do is, guys, I'm just going to write a statement called switch. And inside the switch, I have to actually provide you that field name, right? So what is that field name? City code, right? And then I have to use one curly brace, and within this curly brace I am going to write all of the switch statement, right? So now how do we, this is the way how we write, okay? Now inside that, how do I check each of the city code, and then based on that I how do I produce the result, right? So I have to write some keyword called case, right? And then in case I have to give the city. So as you know, city is a string type, right? So I have to oh, it's not string type here. City code is basically numeric integer, right? So I don't need to put in double quote. So I can simply put, let's say 1, and then I have to give you colon here, right? And then I can just write it here. Okay, let me just copy paste, guys. I don't want to write anything here. Copy paste. I can copy paste here. Okay, let me just do it here. I can actually copy paste here also, not a problem. Okay, let me try to just here or bottom in the down, right? Both the places, right? First one. Then what I have to do after this, I have to, okay, let's try to just do it one. Let me copy all of them first, okay? Now, what I have to do, one, two, three, and then we don't have anything. In that case, give me a second. So, okay, so here I have to actually, I need to put a default. Actually, we have to write the keyword called default, right? Now here I have to say other city, right? And then this should be Udupi, and okay, this should be Bangalore. First one should be Bangalore. Okay, now let's try to run. So what is the, okay, let me pull this also city. I mean, it's not visible properly there, so I'll just put it here, put it down here so that we can actually modify it quickly. All right. So now if I am going to put 4, then let's see what it is going to display. 4, we don't have any city code 4, so ideally it should give you other city. So this is giving you perfect. Now what about, let's say, 3? Okay, it should give you Udupi. Okay, Udupi and other city as well. Okay guys, let me just try to say println. Println is, guys, after printing it will move the cursor to the next line, right? So let me put everywhere so you know we can read it properly. So let me put 1. Okay, how does it work actually? Let me see. So if I say 1, okay, oops, 1 second. Oh, so this is, everything is printing. Oh, something wrong. No, guys. So this is how if else and okay, this is how the break condition work, right? Sorry, I mean the switch condition work, right? But what we have to do in this case, what is happening? It is actually finding the first case statement true, and then after that, it is actually printing everything after this line, right? So after this line, it is actually printing everything, right? However, when we actually chose, let's say 4, in that case, what happened? It did not find until this. It only find, I mean, the default case, it directly went here. That's why we were. So let's try to put it 2, guys. Okay. So what I'm expecting this time is it should actually start printing from Mangalore, Udupi, and other city, 3 things. Okay. So this is what it is coming, right? So now this is not correct, right? We don't want like this. So when I say put, I only want Bangalore. I want to, when I actually enter 1, I only want Bangalore, right? So what we have to do, we have to do little bit of one more keyword, right? So break keyword. Because what will happen, break keyword, what will it do? It will print it, and after that it will find break, and it will actually come out of this switch loop already outside. Okay. So same thing we have to actually put everywhere. Okay. Probably we don't need to put it here because it's anyways coming out after this, right? Let me try to do it now. So I have inserted 2. I mean, I am entering 2. It means it should, okay. So this is perfect, right? Let me try to input 1. It should actually give you Bangalore. See, this is perfectly working right now, correct? So this is what the switch statement, guys. And now if you look at the whole code, right, how it is, how nicely it looks, right? I mean, you don't have too many braces, or you don't have so lengthy code, right? It's like it's very much readable. Okay, readability is very much improved. So that is the reason I think switch statement. So you might be using it when you write the Selenium code and you have to actually compare multiple cases, and then based on that you have to actually take certain decision. And in that case you are going to use if else condition and switch statement. And switch statement, as I said, that if you want to have multiple if else condition rather than putting multiple if else condition, you can actually Just use one, because if you see here, the lot of FLs is coming here, right? So this is not very readable, and number of lines is also increased. So that is the whole purpose of this session, guys. Okay, probably I will try to, okay, can we do one more thing, guys? Okay, so rather than just taking the input, okay, just small thing maybe, okay, rather than just taking input from here, like hard coding it, can we do something like we just want to enter the input on the keyword, using the keyboard, right? And then let's see if that works. So what we can do is, uh, I just want to say, okay, I just want to enter one. I want to take the input from the user in this case, right? So I'll say enter enter the city code, okay, something like this. Now, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to, okay, we have something called scanner class, guys, okay, scanner class. We have to make an object of the scanner class, okay. I think okay, let me just try it. If you don't understand, just don't worry about it, okay. I'm just trying to give you some extra, you know, extra thing in this session. But if you don't understand how to create object and all this, that's fine. I think we'll cover it later anyways. But let me just try to show how we can actually take the input scanner, second scanner, okay, system dot in, okay. So this is the scanner class. Now we took a scanner class here. All right. Now if I say here, if I say, okay, int city, instead of this I can just see scn dot next int, okay. One second, guys, one second. Okay, guys, so all right. So what I'm trying to do, I just created one scanner, one instead of a scanner class, right? So, and then I'm using this particular object to accept the value input, right? And it is actually storing in the city code, right? And then after that it is going to be used, right? So let's try to run it. What happens? Let's see. All right. One second, just. Okay, it was giving me error because I did not imported this particular package, guys, right? So java.util dot inside this java.util package, we have the scanner class, right? So that is the reason it was giving you cannot find this symbol scanner, right? Now let's try to run it. What happens? Let's see. Okay, so now it's checking. Okay, one second, where it is giving you error, some error. One second. Where it is. One second, guys. Java expected. Why it's not telling me the line number? Which line number it is? Somewhere I'm missing. Okay, one second. Oh, all right, guys. I was just missing a semicolon here, right? So after importing, that's why it was giving error. Now let's try to. Okay, let me try to run this now and see what happens. Okay. So if I run it, see what's happening. Okay, I already run it. Okay, so run it. So let's say I'm putting one, it's giving me Bangalore. Let me try to rerun it again. So let me try to city code. It's asking. Let me try to put three, Udupi, right? Something like again. Let me try to put six, other city. Got it, right? So actually you can give the input at the runtime as well, right? So like this, actually you have to create one scanner input, the object of the scanner class. This class is basically API that you can use. So this is defined inside this particular package, Java package, right? So this is ready made for us to use. And then after creating an object, actually you can access this particular next int. This is what do you say? This is a method, right? That you can use this method. And so using this method, you can actually get the input and it will be stored in city code. And after that, the city code will be taken in the switch case and you can use it. So don't worry if you don't understand this concept, the last one, right? It's taking the input and all those stuff, right? But as I told, maybe some of you might already be familiar with some sort of in other languages. So this is how we can do in Java. Don't worry, we will actually cover this as well later point of time. But yeah, this is what I wanted to cover as part of this today's session. Hope you are making learning better and keep learning. And I think it's important that you also share this with your friends so that they can also get the benefit, right? And after a few session, guys, I'm just trying to, as I said, I'm just trying to cover few sessions so that when we start the Selenium series, you will really be very comfortable so that we don't need to look into Java and other stuff. So now that is the reason we are learning it. Hope you are learning it. If you find any difficulty, if you need any other things, do let me know on the comment box. Then I will definitely clarify your doubts, right? But important is just keep learning, okay? So that's what for this video, guys. Until then, happy learning. God bless you. Bye.